They controlled the system. So I learned the system. Then I took it from them completely. I moved into this neighborhood 4 years ago. Nice homes, clean streets, decent amenities. What I didn't know was that 3 people on the HOA board had been running it like a personal fiefdom for over a decade. Selective enforcement. Fines handed out to people they disliked. Contracts awarded to companies their family members owned. Maintenance fees going up every year with zero accounting transparency. I got my first fine 6 weeks after moving in. A decoration violation? My flag was 2 inches too large. I paid it and said nothing. Then I watched them fine an elderly widow on my street. 3 months in a row for a crack in her driveway she couldn't afford to fix. That was the moment I stopped being a quiet neighbor. I requested the HOA's financial records. They are legally required to provide them under state law. The board stalled for 6 weeks. I filed a formal complaint with the state HOA regulatory office. Records arrived within 10 days. What I found inside took me 2 weekends to fully map out. Vendor contracts with no competitive bidding. A management fee paid to an LLC traced back to the board president's spouse. Reserve fund withdrawals with no meeting approval on record. 12 years of quiet financial abuse. I called a neighbor meeting, then another. Within 60 days, I had organized enough verified homeowners to call a special election under our own CC&Rs, a right buried in the bylaws they never thought anyone would actually use. We voted. All 3 board members were removed. I was elected president by the largest margin in the HOA's history. First act, full financial audit. Second act, new vendor bidding process. Third act, the management LLC contract was terminated. They built the system assuming nobody would ever read the manual. I read every page.